G'day friends and fans, welcome to Day Talks of Ukraine War Update for the 17th of May 2026. Russian forces have taken Borovaya and a short time later Kutkovka. Welcome each and every one of you. I'm your host, the author David Applegate, author of the books The Boyhood of Cade, Power Games, Into the Ozman, and Erotic Tales from the Empire. Your reliable source of social and political commentary from inside the manosphere. Now, today I'm bringing you a comprehensive Ukraine war update for the 17th of May 2026, giving you a glimpse at the war from both sides of the fields so that you can make up your own mind. So, of course, so many people would rather shoot the messenger because bad news makes the Fifi crowd cry. But stay informed with our nearly daily news updates. However, some days are slow news, and today is no exception. Most of the war is slow, with occasional breakthroughs. And a short time ago, Russia attacked Odessa, and there's a lot of markers still on the map. But there was a large drone strike on Ukraine in the usual starting with Kharkiv, a lot on Kiev, a couple on Dnipro, a couple on Kryvyi, and a missile attack on Odessa. Now, there were other areas attacked, but of course they are not shown on the map. But there was a F-16 incident here in Sumy, but for some reason the marker is saying something different and is 2 days old. This is really weird. It must be a glitch or a mistake, or they've taken the story down. Either way, we'll get to that shortly. As we go around the map, Russia's opened up another front on Sumy, and they've also opened up multiple attacks here as well. The offensive seems to be defensive actions in Kupiansk against the Ukrainian counterattack, trying to flank the Russians. Ha! That's their trick. Get your own. All right, so the cauldron is still boiling, and according to some maps, most of Lyman is under Russian control. But as we go around, the Russians are on the outskirts of Crater and Lyman still, unable to break through here at Dubnovia, but they've made some progress here outside of Zen as well, but not much. They've a little bit of trench hopping here as well. Despite Russian reports of fighting and other news outlets reporting fighting, the operators of Live Map have not updated this area for some reason, or reports around here as well. But Kutkovka and other areas have seen fighting with little to no progress, mostly no progress, although the Russians have made little progress here in Shevniko. They're still fighting outside Belinsky, dealing with Ukrainian infiltrators trying to get into Roninsky. They're trying to capture the bridge. Assault forces have gone upriver, trying to cut off the Ukrainian forces at Novo here and control the bridge at Vinishka. The Russian forces are trying to come up here while they deal with Ukrainians coming down here. But the army is on the outskirts of Shelovika here. Ukrainians dug in like ticks north of Uninsky and Kutkovka. Mostly artillery battles at a distance. Don't forget, they're literally not on top of each other. It's around 300 meters distance, but there's a grey area between them. but that is slowly shrinking as the Russian assault forces attack here as well. And there are many assaults across the battlefield, primarily in Zal right here, Zeleny. Now, so that's the state of the battlefield. The Ukrainians have launched more drones, around 500 in total, a lot of them towards Moscow, with 14 drones causing problems. Remember, folks, this channel is sponsored by you, the viewing audience. My merch store, Empire Valves, that's Empire Valves, one word, empirevalves.myshopify.com for your fantasy-themed Empire Valves mugs. Alright, so, whoops. Hold on. A Russian Su-35 in Sumy on patrol using a R-77 air-to-air missile. Now, earlier reports had two F-16s targeted by S-300s as they approached the battle lines at Sumy, and a Russian Su-35 on patrol launched beyond visual range using this radar ping to score an air-to-air strike beyond visual range. The F-16s, as they turn away, one was allegedly struck, one was allegedly shot down. There has been no confirmation. I believe, as with the previous two incidences that Russia has claimed, only the Times of India report the shooting down, and again, they will be countered by an article either in the Daily Mail or Ukraine Pravda in the next couple of days claiming an F-16 has crashed, pilot ejected. And no one will question the story because so many in the West are gullible and blind believers of anything Ukraine says. Just like there are blind believers of everything Russia says. I'm skeptical about every story and try to dig as much as I can. Now, Zelensky's office. Now, this is verified that Krylo has stated that he opposes the mobilization of men under 25. I believe that this is him and him personally, that he is building himself a political brand and a political name for himself, that he's starting to distance himself from Zelensky, particularly after stories have come out that mobilization in Ukraine applies to men 25 to 60. That was expanded by Zelensky from 27 down to 25, despite his advisors telling him against him. Now, of course, in August 25, authorities began allowing men 18 to 22 to leave Ukraine for study abroad, which, although, question mark, but there are nice signs, whatever, that Russia is not preparing a nuclear strike, and then if they were, he would not know about them. Right. Why did he add that? Well, I'm not the only one who points out that Russia has threatened that if Ukraine doesn't end the war soon, they'll begin destroying cities. Now, doesn't mean they're going to use nuke. As shown with the Omsk, they can systematically destroy cities using high-precision missile strikes on pretty much destroying buildings that can't be rebuilt in a short period of time. Like, sure, replace a house within a few weeks, sometimes even less if you're well prepared. But Ukraine just can't keep up with the level of destruction forever, and they are falling behind, and eventually the level of destruction in Ukraine will overwhelm them. But Russia's going slow. Now, Russia's launched over 300 drones, but it says here, shut down or jammed 279 out of 287, but it's neither here nor there. Different times of the day, you're going to get different numbers of drones. The point is, a new drone strike just started, so there's already strikes reported. So the story's a little out of date, and tomorrow there'll be a different story. Now, allegedly, Andrei Yemek is going to be silenced for his alleged vast knowledge of corruption schemes in Ukraine and beyond. Velizhny Prozhnov has told Russian Times. Whether you believe it or not, it doesn't matter. There'll be people who have profited off this war who do not want the investigations to continue. Silencing someone can enable, and with buying time, dragging those investigations out, pin everything on a dead man, because a dead man cannot talk, nor can a dead man adequately defend himself. Now, remember, Andrei Yemek used to be the chief of staff. He quit under mysterious circumstances, probably because of his association with the Minich tapes, where Minich was running off his mouth, recorded by one of Zelensky's snitches, who then leaked it all to the media to get rid of Zelensky's business partner, so Zelensky could take over the Ukraine development fund, or whatever it was, private development fund, allegedly, because it's codenamed Zayas in Ukrainian. No one knows who Zayas is, or even if he exists. It's just that there's 4 mysterious businessmen, and one's on the run, one's been arrested, and the other one, unknown, and another one. So, So you got an unknown Zayas and 3 known men, one who turned snitch, the other, and one on the run, and one in, allegedly, Andrei, who's on his way to prison. He's still trying to fight for his freedom. He's still trying to come up with the 1.25 million bail. It's what they do. When they want to send you to prison, they give you extraordinary amounts of bail, where you could die in prison in Ukraine quite easily. Now, Russian forces have taken not 1 but 2 towns in Kharkov. Now, Kharkov has been relatively quiet most of the time, but Russian forces have been fighting there. It's not big. The losses are only in the hundreds, and most of the losses today are only in the hundreds, which is a huge cut in the other direction. Now, of course, they do add up to over 1,000 a day, but the number of deaths in Ukraine is in decline, not increasing, which is a positive sign that the war is winding down, and that it's Ukraine. Now, I don't know what happened to the airport deal. I think Russia ignored it. Zelensky wanted to stop attacks on airports. Really? We never reports any anyway. There's no attacks by Russia on airports today. You know, if you're looking for a Baghdad Bob, look no further than Zelensky. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please support the channel. You can support the channel in a number of ways. First off, that like button. Slap it like it owes you money. Subscribe like it's pure manna from heaven. But of course, I'd like your financial support. Ko-Fi, Patreon, over $1 a month over at Future Fantasy, and buy my books, buy my merch. Appreciate each and every one of you. See you in the next video. Bye for now.